In February 1980, the fifth plenum of the 11th Central Committee of the Chinese Communist Party issued their resolution on the rehabilitation of Comrade Liu Shaoqi. The resolution fully rehabilitated him, declaring his removal from office unjust and removing the labels of renegade, traitor and scab that had been attached to him at the time of the Cultural Revolution. It also declared him to be a great Marxist and proletarian revolutionary, and recognized him as one of the principal leaders of the party. Lin Biao was blamed for concocting false evidence against Liu, and for working with the Gang of Four to subject him to political frame-up and physical persecution. A national memorial ceremony was held for him on May 17, 1980, and his ashes were scattered into the sea at Qingdao as per his last wishes. Liu's principal physician has disputed the reported medical mistreatment of Liu Shaoqi during his final days. In his memoir, Dr. Gu Qihua said there was a dedicated medical team in charge of treating Liu's illnesses. Between July 1968 and October 1969, Liu had 7 bouts of pneumonia due to his deteriorating immune system, and there had been a total of 40 consultations by top medical professionals regarding the treatment of his illnesses. He was closely monitored on a daily basis by this medical team, and they made the best effort given the circumstances. He died in prison from complications with diabetes at 6:45 on the morning of November 12, 1969, in Kaifeng, in Henan Province, and was cremated the next day under a pseudonym. In April 1959, Liu succeeded Mao as chairman of the People's Republic of China, the post being equivalent to Chinese president. Following this, he began to voice concern about the outcomes of the Great Leap at the Lushan plenum in August 1959. In order to correct the mistakes of the Great Leap Forward, Liu and Deng Xiaoping led economic reforms that bolstered their prestige among both the party members and the Chinese people. During the Cultural Revolution, Liu was beaten regularly at public denunciation meetings held by the Red Guards after his arrest in September 1967. He was denied medicine for his diabetes and pneumonia, which he developed after his arrest. He was only given treatment when Jiang Qing thought he would die. She wanted him alive to serve as a living target. During the 9th Party Congress in 1969, in 1954 China adopted a new constitution at the First National People's Congress. At the Congress's first session, he was elected chairman of the Congress Standing Committee, a position he held until the second session in 1959. From 1956 until his downfall in 1966, he was the first vice chairman of the Chinese Communist Party. He accompanied the Chinese Communist Party's Long March in October 1934 as far as the crucial Zunyi Conference in January 1935, but was then sent to areas controlled by the Kuomintang nationalists, with the goal of reorganizing underground activities in northern China, centered around Beijing and Tianjin. Liu Shaoqi was an orthodox Soviet-style communist and favored state planning and the development of heavy industry. He elaborated upon his political and economic beliefs in his writings. His best-known works include How to be a Good Communist, On the Party, Internationalism and Nationalism. Liu spoke very strongly in favor of Chairman Mao Zedong's Great Leap Forward at the 8th National Congress of the Chinese Communist Party in May 1958. At this Congress, Liu stood together with Deng Xiaoping and Peng Zhen, in support of Mao's policies against those who were more critical of the plan. In 1925, he became a member of the Guangzhou-based All China Federation of Labor Executive Committee. During the following 2 years he led numerous political campaigns and strikes in Hubei and Shanghai. Liu was publicly acknowledged as Mao's heir apparent in 1961. But by mid-1962 his opposition to Mao's policies had led Mao to mistrust him.